I, Barack Hussein Obama, do solemnly swear to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
What I hope to be able to do is to remind the American people and the world of this extraordinary experiment in democracy.
He gives hope that everybody has a chance in this country, which is what America's supposed to be about.
I might be the next future president. Anything's possible.
Medgar was so committed to justice and equality.
He knew that there were things that needed to be done, and he was willing to do them no matter what.
I understand now he did not die in vain.
What we have seen is that America can change.
That was just the moment when the reality of it all set in, that America was right, that he was who they hoped he'd be.
The time has come to carry forward the God-given promise that all are equal, all are free, and all deserve a chance to pursue their full measure of happiness.
Good evening. After a day unlike any this country has ever seen before, Washington is now shifting into party mode. Hi, everyone. I'm Katie Couric. We're at the National Building Museum. A little bit later, President Barack Obama and the First Lady will be here for the Commander-in-Chief's Ball to honor military personnel. It's one of 10 official balls on their dance card tonight, and Chip Reed, our chief White House correspondent, is joining me. Nice tux, by the way,
well,
Chip.
Thank you. I'll be wearing it at the White House from now on.
It's been quite a day, hasn't it?
It really has. Extraordinary. I mean, he aced another test. The inauguration, A. The transition, A. The campaign, A+. He really has been extraordinary, and I hate to sound like a skunk at a garden party, but those tests were easy. This is the big test coming up. You know, we don't know if his economic plan's going to work. We don't know if he's going to be able to solve the situation in Afghanistan or Iraq or healthcare or all those other things. And it's like they're jumping off a precipice now and kind of hoping for the best. He can inspire people, but can he deliver? That's the big question. However, for tonight, as you said, it's party, party, party. And he already danced at the first dance. He danced to one of my favorite songs, which is At Last by Etta James, Beyonce singing it. Just absolutely The biggest pressure on him right now is making sure he doesn't make a fool of himself on the dance floor. But we already know that he can dance. We've seen him dance before. He's not taking any risks here, as you can see. It's not a bold, but it's very romantic. He also had a thing or two to say. A very smart man. First thing he did was talk about his beautiful wife, Michelle.
First of all, how good looking is my wife? This ball is the one that captures best, I think, the spirit of this campaign. We are going to need you, not just today, not just tomorrow, but this year, for the next 4 years, and who knows after that, because together we are going to change America. Thank you, guys.
And that was at the neighborhood ball, which they're doing all across the country. They're having a neighborhood ball here for people from Washington, D.C., and they encourage people to do it everywhere to kind of take the inauguration out of Washington. Pretty good idea.
Yeah. Meanwhile, that was our first glimpse of Michelle Obama's gown. Yesterday, she told me she still hadn't made a decision. And can you go get the 411 about the designer?
I'm off to the races.
Okay.
I'm going to get it.
Get back to us
I'm all
on that.
over fashion, Katie.
All right. White House correspondent and fashionista Chip Reed. Chip, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
The Obamas will be center stage all night long, but from the start, it's been a day filled with choreography that is uniquely American.
Preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
With those words, 47-year-old Barack Hussein Obama became the 44th President of the United States.
Thank you. Today, I say to you that the challenges we face are real. They are serious and they are many. They will not be met easily or in a short span of time. But know this, America, they will be met. Starting today, we must pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and begin again the work of remaking America.
Many understand the historic significance of today, but no one carries the burden more than this man, who is now the first African-American president.
A man whose father less than 60 years ago might not have been served at a local restaurant can now stand before you to take a most sacred oath.
Barack Obama spoke to me about this historic moment just days ago.
There's no other country on earth that can undergo these kinds of transformations with the same speed and yet still stay stable and still stay true to its core traditions.
This day of great tradition began with one that was started by FDR in 1933, the president-to-be attending church. After the service, the president-elect and his wife, Michelle, arrived at the White House, greeted warmly by President Bush and his wife, Laura. A passing of the baton, the transition of power, democracy at its finest. Starting before daybreak, people from around the country and around the world converged on the Mall to witness history. Best guess, 2 million, a record.
Every so often, the oath is taken amidst gathering clouds and raging storms. These moments.
There have been words and inaugural addresses that have been etched in our national memory. FDR in 1933.
That the only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
And John F. Kennedy in 1961.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
We gather because we have chosen hope over fear.
He's using parts from many of the great inaugural addresses.
We seek a new way forward.
Presidential historian Doug Weed says these tough times have put Mr. Obama in a position where today's speech had to be more serious than celebratory.
This was not a motivational speech. This was a come-to-work speech.
That we did not turn back, nor did we falter.
This was
and
business.
With eyes fixed on the horizon, and God.
He's already started being president. He was working here. He was issuing instructions.
The stale political arguments that have consumed us for so long no longer apply. The question we ask today is not whether our government is too big or too small, but whether it works.
These are times that call for complete honesty. I think people desperately, they're hungry for that. They just don't want spin and sound